It's exactly watching paint dry. Hey everyone, this is CJ of CJ's Creative Studio, and today I want to talk about the primary reason why I use Golden's Open Acrylics instead of heavy body. It could be anybody's heavy body acrylics. In this case, it just happens to be Golden's. So to start, why don't we look at my reality? The Albuquerque High Desert is more than a mile or 1,600 meters up, and it's dry. On this day, the outdoor humidity was 4%, and it was at 17% at my easel. This means that compared to most places where people live, the air pressure is lower, which speeds evaporation, and the air is drier, which again speeds evaporation. It's a double whammy that makes painting with a waterborne medium like acrylics somewhat problematic. I've tried using heavy body acrylics, but I find the thin films on a palette, thinner than the 0.02 of an inch in this test, they dry too quickly. Thicker applications last longer, but if that isn't your painting style, which it isn't usually mine, you then tend to waste a lot of paint. Sure, there are additives that can extend a paint's open time. These are generally glycols, which are humectants, which bind to water molecules, but they are still dependent on how fast the water in the paint evaporates. And they have other considerations as well. I've tried and tested a lot of paint. So far, the only one that doesn't drive me completely nuts is Golden's Open Acrylics. As long as I frequently mist my palette, they are fairly well behaved and don't require me to use additives to simply make the paint work. Is it perfect? No, but it's just good enough to meet my needs given my environment. And as you'll see here with the heavy body acrylics, my dry environment can be very problematic. Like I said, this application of paint is 0.02 of an inch, which is how thick a piece of tape is. And it doesn't take very long for it to start drying. In fact, it's already started doing it. And in just a second, it's going to be completely dry. Which for me makes it something that is really too hard to paint with on an everyday basis. And that's pretty much why I use Golden Open Acrylics. My environment is so dry that I really don't have a lot of sane options, at least not for an everyday brush on board or canvas paint. For other types of painting, I'm perfectly willing to go with other brands or other consistencies such as heavy body, soft body, fluid. It doesn't matter. I will say that I will probably go with Golden because I've been using them since I think the 80s, and they've never really let me down. So they're kind of my first choice regardless. So in any case, I hope you found that informational, if not useful. As always, please click subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the like button. And I guess that's about it. So as always, be creative and keep on practicing.